Goku loses a lot more than people remember. He loses tournaments. He loses battles. He even loses his life more than once. Yet there's one thing Goku has never lost, his peace. Because Goku doesn't fear losing. And today, we're going to uncover why. Not from power levels, not from transformations, but from his philosophy. To understand Goku's mindset, we have to go back. Before Super Saiyan, before tournaments, before enemies with godlike power, back to a boy alone in the mountains. Goku grew up without expectations, no pressure to win, no fear of disappointing anyone. Grandpa Gohan never taught him how to be the strongest. He taught him how to be kind. And when a child isn't raised on fear, fear never takes root. Losing wasn't punishment. It was just information. It was a signpost, pointing him toward the next lesson, a lesson he was always excited to learn. This foundation, built in solitude and kindness, is the bedrock of his entire character. He wasn't conditioned to see losing as a negative, but simply as a part of the journey, and that became Goku's foundation. Now, let's look at Goku in tournaments. His first World Martial Arts tournament, he loses to Master Roshi. His second tournament, he loses to Tien Shinhan. But watch closely. There's no anger, no bitterness, no excuses. Instead, there's a smile, a handshake, a genuine compliment to his opponent. Why? Because Goku doesn't enter tournaments to prove himself. He enters to measure himself. Most people fear losing because they tie winning to their identity. If they lose, they feel like they are a loser. Goku doesn't. To him, losing simply answers one question: what do I need to learn next? It's not a verdict on his worth. It's a roadmap for his improvement. That's humility in its purest form. He sees a loss not as an endpoint, but as a starting line for the next phase of his training. Now let's talk about the losses that should have broken him. His own brother Raditz forces him into a sacrifice. Vegeta kills him on King Kai's planet. Captain Ginyu steals his body. Frieza overwhelms him on a dying Namek. Cell forces him to step aside and sacrifice his life again, and Beerus humbles him effortlessly with just a flick of a finger. Any one of these defeats would destroy a normal warrior's pride, leaving them bitter, resentful, or broken. But not Goku, because his ego is never on the battlefield. Goku doesn't fight to protect an image of being the strongest. He fights to explore his limits. That's why defeat doesn't scare him. It excites him. Fear only exists when you're trying to protect something fragile, like pride or reputation. Goku isn't protecting pride. He's chasing growth. His goal isn't to be undefeated. It's to be undeniable. In his pursuit of self-improvement, here's the philosophy most people miss. Goku separates who he is from what happens to him. Winning doesn't make him a better person. Losing doesn't make him a worse person. That's why defeat never threatens his identity. His self-worth is internal, unconditional, and completely independent of his win-loss record. Modern psychology calls this a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. But for Goku, it's not a theory. He lives it instinctively. For him, failure doesn't mean stop. Failure means continue, but this time, with more clarity, with more information, with a better understanding of what it takes to reach the next level. It's a fundamental part of his being. So, why does this work? Why can't fear control him? Fear comes from attachment. It's the fear of losing something you're attached to. Attachment to status. Attachment to validation from others. Attachment to being the best. Goku is attached to only one thing: the joy of becoming better than he was yesterday. That's it. That is his singular focus, his driving force. That's why he smiles after losing to a stronger opponent. That's why he continues to train even after death. That's why he genuinely celebrates the strength of his rivals and even his enemies. He sees them not as threats, but as partners in his own journey of growth. Fear simply can't control someone who has nothing to protect except the process of growth itself. Think about it. Most people avoid failure at all costs. We build our lives around staying in our comfort zones, afraid of looking foolish or incompetent. Goku does the opposite. He actively walks toward it. He seeks out challenges that he knows he might lose. Why? Because every loss sharpens him. Every defeat teaches him something new. Every fall prepares him for a higher climb. He understands a profound truth. You cannot grow without being challenged, and you cannot be truly challenged without the risk of failure. The lesson from Goku isn't that you need to be the strongest. The lesson is that you need to be fearless toward growth. That is Goku's real power. It's not the Kamehameha. It's not Super Saiyan. It's his unbreakable spirit, fueled by a love for the journey itself. In the end, Goku doesn't fear losing, because losing was never the enemy. Fear was, and he never let it win.